join us. We'd love to hear from you.
Backstage at the Dorothy Chandler Pavilion, and we're visiting now with David Bizic, who is our Leporello in tonight's performance, making his United States debut in this role with Los Angeles Opera. Certainly no stranger to Leporello and the roles of Mozart, singing Figaro at Strasbourg, Mazzetto at the Aix-en-Provence Festival as well. Is looking forward to a Giuliano at the Metropolitan Opera, and Don Giovanni soon for yourself. Welcome, David. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. Good evening, everybody.
What a wonderful performance, and Leporello has got to be one of those characters that brings a smile to your face every time you perform it.
Every time I put a costume on, this bright orange costume, I just become the crazy guy on stage. It's a mixture of commedia dell'arte, he's Arlecchino, he's the only one who is actually in touch with the audience. He comes out of the screen, so to speak, and addresses the audience directly. So, and he's one of the guys, one of the people. He's not the novelty, and it's easy to understand him, and it's easy to love him, I suppose, and I do love him very much as well.
In some ways, the Papageno of Don Giovanni, as you say, he relates to the audience very specifically,
yes.
And gets beat up rather handily here in the next act.
That's true. Well, he always gets beat up, especially when I'm working with Ildebrando D'Arcangelo. This is our third production together that we're doing, the Don Giovanni Leporello couple. My first Leporello was actually with him doing Don Giovanni. So after like 5 years of working together, we absolutely enjoy every beat-up scene, and
oh, really?
with love-hate relationship all the time. We just enjoy each other's company.
This is such a great opera for the baritone or the bass baritone, and I know you've sung Mazzetto, I believe.
That's right.
Are you looking toward Giovanni? Or?
Yes, I am. Actually, while I'm singing Leporello these days, I'm studying the role of Don Giovanni as well, which I will perform for the first time next year in Slovenia.
You fiend! How could you be Don Giovanni after what you observe as Leporello?
I have to. First thing I have to do is learn how to walk, because Leporello comes with a big limp every time, and it's like it's hard to walk Don Giovanni after Leporello.
We're visiting backstage between the first and second acts of Don Giovanni being presented by Los Angeles Opera this Wednesday evening, and visiting with our Leporello making his United States debut, the Serbian bass baritone David Bizic. David, it seems to me that your career has been rather extensive from an international standpoint the past decade and a half. You've lived in Israel, you've performed frequently in France. This is, in a sense, this seems a little bit, I don't want to say late, but it's soon enough that you come to the United States. Do you look forward to more performances aside from the Met in the United States?
Oh, absolutely. First of all, I love the country, I love the people, of course, the language, and I think the energy, the operatic energy is really nice. I really love the response of the audience. Every show is fantastic. We have fantastic audience. They're laughing, they're cheering, they're applauding a lot, and this is really what we as singers like to hear and feel, and we like to communicate with our voice to them, and they give us back their energy. It's really lovely. So absolutely, the new productions in the US, I'll be there for sure.
David, thank you so very much for taking a few moments to visit with us, and stay safe in that second act. Don't get beat up too much.
I'll try.
We were visiting with the bass baritone David Bizic, who's performing Leporello in tonight's production of Don Giovanni at Los Angeles Opera, and now we're joined by